All right, another podcast. Fine. We'll do another. Fine. Okay. Fine. I'm here. We're doing it. I'm here. All right. Fine. I had this. I had this really creepy dream. I guess this morning, right before I got up. Which is obvious that it would be right before I got up. I think it would be an even bigger problem if I got up and then had a dream. But I dreamt that Harvey Weinstein was in my dream. That's what creeps me out right now. I'm really creeped out. And that in the dream I meet him or something, or he happens to be at some kind of function that I'm at, and I don't know why, but he starts talking to me, and I try to give non-committal answers. And then, in this dream, I think a couple of days pass, and in the dream, I'm living in like a loft, but it's like the wreckage of a loft. It's kind of like the place where that character in the first Blade Runner movie was living, the one who Daryl Hannah pretends to befriend, the engineer. Like it used to be this nice building, but now it's not, and it's dirty and grimy and what have you. And I go upstairs. It has an upstairs. That's the situation there. I go upstairs, and Harvey Weinstein is there, and he's reading something. And basically, he's acting like we're partners. We're going to be partners on a new movie. And I think the first thing he says is, I haven't been here that long. Don't worry. Because I'm like, how did you get it? How did you get in here, Mr. Weinstein? And he says, I haven't been here that long, don't worry. And he's looking over the script, and I just say, I'm sorry, but you can't stay here. You have to go. And then he says, well, but I thought when we talked a few days ago, I thought you were interested in working with me. And I was like, no, I'm sorry, but you have to go. You have to go, okay? I'm really sorry. And then I tried to be. Then I said, I'm sorry for your loss. I understand it's really hard what you're going through, but you need to leave. And I think my thought process was just try to kill him with kindness, but get him to leave. So I'm trying to kick Harvey Weinstein out of my post-apocalyptic, apparently 2-story downtown loft. Blade Runner style dilapidated loft. And he does leave, but I'm like, oh my God, does he, how much does he know about me? How did he get in? Does he have my financial records? What's he going to do to me? And I woke up, and I know it's a dream, but I am still freaked out. And as I'm describing this to you, I'm beating myself up that I wasn't kind of meaner to him. Like, why was I still trying to be polite or somewhat polite? Well, I think because I was afraid he was going to, I don't know, kill me or something. But I'm flipping out because now I'm thinking, well, what did this represent? Does this mean that something, is stalking me? That what does Weinstein represent? I've been concerned about my overactive bladder has been acting up. I'm thinking, is this a metaphor for my bladder? Did I have a conversation with my bladder who thinks it's Harvey Weinstein, which that's creepy. I will not have, do I need to Do I need to put this bladder in prison? Is that what's going on here? What is my bladder? I don't even want to go there with what's my bladder doing while I'm unconscious? Horrifying thoughts. Horrifying. And then I'm like, Josh, calm down. He's in prison. Josh. He's in prison on the other side of the country. I think you're safe. And Josh, I don't think he's interested in working with you. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, I mean, does this mean I have confidence in my scripts? Unbelievable. Harvey Weinstein. I'm just really freaked out by that. Very, very, very freaked out by that. All right, so that happened. I recorded my special yesterday. I think I did 2 shows. I liked the first show better, but a couple of people I talked to said the second show was better. And when I say show, I mean the first show had 5 people in it, and the second show had 20 people in it. So I have no illusions. I'm not expecting a call from Weinstein wanting to option this special. But nevertheless, I did it over Zoom. And I think I'm just going to self-release it. David Cronmiller came in and filmed other angles, so it's going to switch from the webcam, from the laptop camera to this really nice camera, but that's just the alternate angles, which to me is hilarious. But I'm just gonna put it out there. My goal is, I want to do one special a year, or one album a year, or maybe once every 2 years. That's a goal I've kind of set for myself, and overall, I believe that this special is better than the last one I did. I think it was more coherent. I think I have more to say. Still not where I like it. It's still not as polished as I want it to be. But then again, I haven't been. Right now the way I've been doing stand-up is I'm doing 1 to 2 sets a night, and these are little 5-minute sets, and what really to do an album. I'd really like to be able to do an album where I can do the half hour or the hour, where I can run it, over and over again. And really, try to sculpt a beginning, a middle, and an end. But I gotta say, I'm happy with it, considering that's in the middle of a pandemic. I guess that's how I'm trying to cope, is just, irrespective of whether there's a pandemic or not or whatever, do the goals I set out to do, which is this year I wanted to record a special, and I wanted to make a short film. And I've actually now made technically 4 little short films. But I'm actually doing it. And now my next goal, all right, here's my next goal. This is pretty lofty. And I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I want to get 1 million views on a video on TikTok by the end of the year. I am not sure I'm going to achieve that. But I'm just going to do 3 videos a day and say what I want to say and do what I want to do and, leave the rest up to fate. All right. Leave the rest up to fate. And we'll see what happens. I know, though, that I don't want to... I know what I don't want to do. I know I don't want to get to 1 million videos because I don't know, like hanging off of a cliff or something. But that's my plan. That's the goal. There are spider webs in the car. There are spiders that are apparently making a living in my car, and I guess they're doing fine. I don't like killing spiders because they seem like they know what they're doing. This is actually a bit I worked into the special last night. But they do see, they have a plan, they build things, they build the web. They're just so well organized. I don't want to get in the way. Who am I to get in the way of a spider? What am I, Harvey Weinstein or something? I'm telling you, I still am creeped out by that. I'm terrified that it's some kind of a dire prediction of horrible things to come. Scary. What a scary, scary man. Just on multiple levels. It's like, wait a minute. I mean, am I going to be attacked by Harvey Weinstein? Is there a part of me that thinks it's Harvey Weinstein? It's creeping me out. It really is. Just... Yes, creeping me out. But, I just gotta breathe. Just gotta breathe and move forward and move through it. Move through the chaos. Accelerate through the chaos was a term I learned in theater school. Accelerate through the chaos, but do it in your own house. That's 2020, basically. So, I don't know. All right, I gotta keep going. I don't want this whole podcast to be about this Weinstein Wraith. Maybe I've been playing Heretic, which is like the medieval version of Doom. It's an old game from 1995. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe this is some weird way it's connected to playing those violent video games late at night. There's a character in Heretic. I'm starting to get freaked out when I'm playing Heretic. Well, I'll run into... There's this particular... One of the bad guys. I think it's pronounced Lycan. It's an undead... It's a giant floating skull with 2 horns. And it shoots tornadoes and fireballs and ice shards. It's a tough cookie. It's a tough cookie. And I think it laughs. And it makes this kind of weird sound involving cymbals. So it's definitely creepy. I think it's a lichen. But I feel like a lichen is also a kind of plant. So I want to make sure I'm not being attacked by moss here. This is it looks like I said, a giant cylindrical skull that shoots tornadoes and fireballs. It doesn't have a body, though. It's just a skull. And it just very often is kind of floating in the center of a lake. That's where it likes to hang. And it creeps me out. I mean, even though this game is like, I don't know, 8-bit or something, or probably 64-bit, or, you know, it runs on DOS. It's an old game, but that thing, every time I see it, it's like, oh God, it creeps me out. There's something about a floating cylindrical skull. It almost feels like I'm being attacked by a giant novelty ceramic coffee mug. Which, I mean, I know it doesn't sound particularly scary. And I'm sure if you looked at it, you'd go, this doesn't look particularly scary. This is no, Weinstein hanging out in your loft. Oh, God, I can't. You know what? I can't. I got to go back. I got to talk about this Weinstein thing. The fact that he's like, don't worry, I haven't been here that long. It's like, I know what you're thinking. How did I break in? Don't worry. That was just... ugh. So gross. So profoundly gross. But it's hopefully over now. And like, I'm still paranoid. I'm like, was someone in my little apartment while I was sleeping? And were they reading over scripts? Maybe it was a lichen. Is it a lichen or a lichen? I think it is a lichen, but I thought that lichen was also moss of some kind. At any rate. And by the way, so I live in North Hollywood, and why does every helicopter in Southern California fly over North Hollywood? Why? Every morning there's like 2 helicopters that circle each other. It almost looks like they're trying to pick each other up. That it's some kind of mating dance of the helicopters. Which kind of sounds almost like a Pixar movie. A helicopter mating dance. And one helicopter is played by Javier Bardem, and the other helicopter is played by Megan Mullally. And it's a dance of the and the Javier Bardem helicopter is a military helicopter, and the Megan Mullally helicopter is a news copter. And they're 2 copters who you normally they would never fall in love, but they're on opposite sides. She's fighting for the truth. He's fighting, for justice. Oh, and it's also gross right now because the winds are blowing, and Burbank and North Hollywood right now is so dirty. No one's picking up the trash, I guess. So there's just, it's just disgusting. But it could be worse. Weinstein could be sitting in the back seat reading a script. Don't worry. I haven't been here all night. All right, well, I hope your day goes better than my nightmare. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound good. I hope you have a good day. Have a nice day.